This guy's going to explain what's wrong with American bread.
In America, what we call bread can't even be considered food in parts of Europe. See, here in America, it's not so much the gluten as what we've done to the grain. About 200 years ago, we started stripping the bran and germ, or the fiber and nutrients, to make flour shelf stable, also nutritionally dead. Because the nutrients were gone, we enriched it with folic acid, which a large majority of the population can't even metabolize, therefore many people experience fatigue, anxiety, hyperactivity, and inflammation. But then the bread wasn't white enough, so they bleached it with chlorine gas, and the bread didn't rise enough, so they added a carcinogen called potassium bromate, which is banned in several countries like Europe, the UK, and even China. Then we wanted to ramp up production, so we started using glyphosate to dry out the wheat before harvest, causing endocrine disruption and damaging your gut. So now you're bloated, brain fogged, tired, and blame gluten, but gluten is just the scapegoat. The real issue is ultra-processed, chemically altered, bleached, bromated, fake vitamin-filled wheat soaked in glyphosate. This isn't bread. This is.
What's his name? Danny Durer?
Donna Pharma, Monsanto's lead toxicologist, when she was questioned, about the safety of Roundup and glyphosate, and do you test the final formulation of Roundup? She said, oh no, we can't test the final formulation of Roundup on rats. Their stomach lining is very delicate and it tears up their stomach lining and they die. And we can't do animal studies on animals that die. So we only test for glyphosate on animals. The only way that glyphosate was shown to be harmful, and keep in mind, this is only on short-term toxicology studies, but she said the only way that glyphosate was shown to be harmful was when it was injected. And we all know it's not injected. No, we do know it's injected now. There's glyphosate in childhood vaccines. They have been ignoring this. The CDC has been ignoring this. The FDA has been ignoring this for 9 years.
There's actually a study that shows eating organic food, so basically removing glyphosate from your food, because organic is not bougie, it's just without the glyphosate, right?
There we go.
For 3 to 5 days only, that small window can reduce the circulating pesticides in your blood 80 to 90.
Can we be real for a second? We have poisoned our food supply, engineered highly addictive chemicals that we put into our food. We spray it with pesticides that kill pests. What do you think they do to our gut lining and our microbiome? And then they come in sick. The GI tract is reacting. It's not an acute inflammatory storm. It's a low-grade chronic inflammation. And it makes people feel sick. We've done a terrible thing to doctors. We've told them, put your head down, focus on billing and coding. We're going to measure you by your throughput. And good job. You did a nice job. We have all these numbers to show for it. Well, the country is getting sicker. We cannot keep going down this path. We have the most over-medicated, sickest population in the world.